Hello and welcome to Hello English Teacher. Today let's look at some of the important points from the chapter The Portrait of a Lady from Class 11 English. So the story is written by Kushwant Singh. Here he describes his relationship with his grandmother in different stages of his life. So, first, let's look at how he has described his grandmother. She was a very old lady who was wrinkled. Wrinkled means she has all folds on her skin, so she was looking very old. She was physically frail, that means she was very weak, with silver hair and had a slightly stooped posture. What is stoop posture? Means she was slightly bent. She was not able to stand straight because of her old age. Always dressed in white, signifying purity and simplicity. So she wore only white clothes all the time. She was a deeply religious woman who spent much of her time in prayer and telling the beads of her rosary. That means saying the prayers aloud. She was always seen only praying. So let's look at the early part of his life and how he had the bonding with his grandmother. So the author lived with his grandmother in a village and she used to take care of him, preparing for school and accompanying him to school as well. So they had a very close bonding during that time. The school was attached to a temple and the grandmother used to sit there and read scriptures while the boy used to attend the school. No, after some time they had to move to the city because the parents had settled there. So the author and his grandmother also moves to the city. So the dynamics of their relationship changed. That means the kind of relationship that was there between them in the village that did not happen in the city. So there was some sort of a change. The boy went to an English school, that is the author. He went to an English school, and so his mother did not like what was taught there because they did not teach about God and they did not teach about scriptures. And the grandmother's role was much reduced to only preparing his meals and caring for him. So there was some further alienation or separation during the third phase when the author went to the university and he was given a separate room, so increasing the distance between him and his grandmother. So the grandmother had a lot of spare time, and what she used to do was she used to spin the wheel, and as usual she used to feed the sparrows. Her physical presence remained constant, but their interactions diminished. That means they had very less interactions between each other. Then the narrator talks about his grandmother's last days. He says that when he went abroad for higher studies, the grandmother showed no signs of any emotion during his departure, though they were very closely attached to each other. She had no emotion change at all. Upon his return, he found her visibly frail but still deeply religious. So, after 5 years, he comes back and he finds that she is very weak, but still she continued to be very religious. She fell ill after celebrating his return by singing for several hours with the villagers. She sensed her end was near and stopped talking to the family members, focusing only on her prayers. Finally, he talks about the death of his grandmother and how the sparrows had reacted. So he says that his grandmother passed away very peacefully because she was praying all the time till her last breath. So after her death, what happened? Thousands of sparrows gathered around her lifeless body, showing an unusual mourning. So there was a close relationship between her and the sparrows. So the sparrows came and showed their liking by surrounding her body. So they did not chirp or touch the breadcrumbs that was offered by the narrator's mother, and silently they left after the grandmother's body was taken away. To conclude, we can say that Kushwant Singh was talking about his very close relationship with his grandmother and how it changed as he grew up. He also says that his grandmother was a very dignified and a spiritual lady. I hope you liked today's video. For more interesting and informative videos, do subscribe to Hello, English teacher. Thank you for watching.